Welcome back to The Price of Business. This is Chris Kidd filling in for Kevin Price today. I've got my guest on the phone, Michelle Hill, and she is a sports and fitness content writing specialist with Winning Proof. We'll have her tell us a little bit more about that. Good to have you on, Michelle. Are you there?
Well, yes, I am. I'm glad to be here.
Well, give us your elevator speech and tell us a little bit about what you do and your work.
Well, what I do is I'm a content writer for pro athletes and coaches and agents and fitness professionals, and now I seem to be tipping into the transitional success coach arena as well. And I just like working with people that have really great attitudes.
Well, how did you get into this area of business?
Well, I was at a seminar, like a business seminar in 2008, and somebody was giving a little talk, and they said that they had an NFL client for their business. And I just found myself so envious. It's just, how do you get an NFL client? So I kind of put my wheels, started turning, a little rusty, but they were starting to turn, and just trying to think of an idea. And I thought, why not marry my love of the NFL with my love of writing? And thus, a Winning Proof came to be.
That's same pretty much advice that I give a lot of people when they're trying to figure out what business to go into or what area that they want to go into with their career is find something that you love, find what you're passionate about, and if you got a couple of things that fit in like that, it's perfect. How long have you been writing, and what do you prefer to write? I mean, it's quite a broad spectrum, but what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I've always been a natural writer in school, coming up through all school, elementary school, junior high, high school. My heart leapt when the teachers would say research report or report of some kind where I got to write. So it's an innate, talent in me, just the gifting. And I'm a voracious reader as well. So I think those two go along together. So I've been writing for, at least a couple of decades, if not more. And I just really enjoy it. And most of what I write for my clients is website content. I write e-newsletters, a lot of fitness articles. I have done some fitness boot camp homepages, some event flyers. I've helped with sports e-workbooks. And a big need nowadays seems to be book development. People want to just beef up the books, the content that they have, to make a complete book, press releases, things like that. And I write a lot of sports performance training content for, somebody wants to open a sports performance, or they're a punting kicking coach, or they're, a youth sports person, things like that.
Well, how did you, I guess you said in 2008 this kind of, the idea came to you. How did you get from that idea to where you started getting to the clients that you work with today, and what are some of your marketing strategies and stuff? How'd you get to there from just being a writer that was envious of the person who was working with NFL clients?
Well, I started marketing heavily on LinkedIn, and that has been pretty much, now I'm starting to get some referrals, but from other, the transformation success coach arena, but I just started marketing to LinkedIn, and still today, most of my business, like at over 90%, comes from LinkedIn, and I've put a lot of effort into it. I've gotten a lot out of it. So I marketed through LinkedIn, and the very first thing I did, I believe, I made a list of all the directors of player development in the NFL. And, of course, now they're called player engagement. But I sent a letter to everybody, and the very first contact I got was from someone from the Bears, the director of player development. He's not with the Bears any longer, but that was my very first contact. And he goes, hey, the Bears are playing the 49ers, and at the time I lived in California. And so he goes, fly up, and I'll give you a pregame field pass and a ticket to the game and stuff like that. So nice. I did that, and it was an awesome experience, never having been on the field before. And just froze myself off in Candlestick Park for about 3 hours, not being prepared for that cold. But that created the momentum. So that was my first contact. Never resulted in any business, but that was my first contact in the NFL, and that gave me the encouragement. And I've just been marketing on LinkedIn ever since. And I can, for my client list on my website, I'm really, proud of my client list at this point, and it has no means stopped yet.
Well, I know you work with players, you work with coaches, and all kinds of people in the industry. Do you do any? You mentioned about writing, helping with books and stuff. Do you do I don't know what it? I want to say ghostwriting, but I don't know if that's really the term. But basically, when you have a player who is writing a book or something about their life, and they rather than doing it the hard way, I've written a book before, and that's a real pain. But rather than do it the hard way, you can just communicate your story with somebody, and they can put it into writing for you. Do you do any of that, or is your work something else?
Well, I haven't primarily done 100% ghostwriting to this point. It's something, I might be able to explore later on. But what mostly happens is that they have a shell of a book, they have the main content that they've written, and then they need beefing up of that content. They need me to come in and kind of add some elements to it and go through it and say, oh, here, what about this? What about that? What about adding questions to the end of every chapter? What about, just giving them ideas, but just beefing up book content. That's why I call it book development, just because most of the time, up until now, they have a shell of the book. And I will be actually helping a former NFL player in the coming months with a series of books that he has and needs exactly the same thing, just kind of beefing up development, things like that. If they want 100% ghostwriting, I have referrals that I will send them to. So I will do that. I'll send them to the expert on ghostwriting, but it's, I'm not ruling anything out of something that I might explore in the future.
So adding a little flavor to it, huh?
Absolutely.
Well, real quick, I know we're running pretty short right here, but what kind of things do you have planned coming up?
Oh, well, I want to really offer a free report. A lot of people on their websites, they offer, free this and that. I want to offer, people, my clients, let me write a free report for you so you can offer it on your website. I really enjoy doing that. I am having a total makeover, a website makeover right now personally. So by the end of March, I will have a newly redesigned website, and I'm really excited about that. And I want to just, expand my client base to not only NFL, but to the NBA. I'm connecting with a lot of NBA individuals on LinkedIn right now, and just want to expand to other pro sports. But NFL is my first love.
Well, we've been talking with Michelle Hill with Winning Proof. She's a sports and fitness content writer for pro athletes, coaches, agents, and fitness professionals. Michelle, give us your website again real quick.
It is www.winningproof.com.
And is that the best way for people to get in contact with you, or how would you recommend people reach out to you?
They can do that through my website. My phone number, which is my cell number, is on the website as well, and my email address is winningproof@gmail.com. So any of those three ways, they can reach me.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being with us. This is Chris Kidd, and we're with The Price of Business. We'll be right back in just a minute.
It's the end of the world.